Hello. Get below. My cock. The Rock. The greatest on the block. Let's fucking begin this Foofaraw.
Baby.
Look.
Hello. Yeah, that looks good. Talk about Mariah's ass.
No, we're talking about my phone case.
That too. We could talk about two things. Anyway, how was this week for both of you, huh? Mariah, kind of explain to us how your job's going. You got a promotion.
I got promoted, but I did not get a raise yet. And I'm supposed to just be doing pickups for our restore, and then I'm just supposed to be basically taking pictures and running our social media accounts and stuff. So Facebook, Craigslist, Instagram, like things we're selling, etc. And my other coworker, Laura, is she's supposed to be helping the customers and, ringing them up and then putting all of our donated items away that we get in. And she hasn't been in 2 weeks because they gave her 2 weeks off. And so I've been doing both jobs for the entire 2 weeks, which has just been very frustrating and annoying. And then come to find out, I looked at the schedule and she literally works next weekend, and then I have next weekend off, thank the Lord. And she works next weekend when I am off, and then she has off the next weekend, and then she has off 2 weekends after that, which is just fucking bullshit, because I've been at work and she hasn't, and she gets two weekends off in 1 month, which is not what's supposed to happen. Me and Lisa are only supposed to get 1 weekend off a month, and she gets 2, and I only get 1. So I'm a little peeved about it, not gonna lie. And then I'm also just nervous for when she comes back, which is Tuesday, because she always likes to sit on the computer and like go through Pinterest and stuff when we're not busy, and she can't do that anymore because that's where I work. That's my space now. Yeah. And so that's going to be very different for her. And yep, I'm just going to have to stick up for myself, I guess, but that's not my strong suit.
You just have to stand your ground, and the minute you'll catch, I was bad at it too for a minute, but you'll catch yourself right before you say it. Yeah. Don't even let it catch you. Just fucking say it. The minute you say it, you'll feel like shit for a second, but when it works, you're just like, oh fuck, okay, that's actually how you do that, and then things start getting very, very different. Yeah. At least in my experience. People are whenever I just start saying what's gonna happen instead of asking or beating around the bush for it, they're just like, oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Okay. How about you, Brock? How was your week? Normal?
Yeah, not shit.
Did you work a lot this week?
No, not really. Papa Murphy's, I just started working there, but I leave for Florida Friday night.
Yeah, how long are you going for?
Just till Wednesday. 5 days.
Where are you going?
Fuck if I know. I don't know. They were going to see family.
Hopefully
and shit down there.
Somewhere where there's no people.
Yeah.
The less Floridians, the better.
Yeah.
Wear sunscreen. It's gonna be hot as fuck.
Yeah, it is.
Fuck yeah.
And the sun there is ridiculous.
All right. Yeah. Let's speed run the shit out of the news because we always got some bullshit. Can anyone in Atlanta confirm whether Atlanta survived the mass cop walk-off? Did the city become the purge because the cops left? I'm guessing no, because the idea that the police are all protecting us from barbarians at the gate is insane. Yep. Yeah. They made it seem like it was all over. No. The government shutdown spotlight's a bigger issue. 78% of U.S. workers live paycheck to paycheck. That's a higher number than the last time we checked, and that's by 18%. Or something like. I thought it was 50% last time we checked.
That's a poll.
And that was a few years ago.
I have so many people who come into the restore because they just don't have money to afford other products, and so that's just so sad to me. And
right. So they tore down a Confederate statue. I didn't see what maybe this guy's reply was again. Of course, when someone does this to an MLK statue, it will be oppressions.
He did
and so
shit
I said,
for the...
I mean, why would you tear down an MLK statue? I wouldn't. But obviously there are people who think destroying property is perfectly okay. Yes. Yeah. Fucking cunt. Get out of here.
I don't even understand.
Join the stream and defend your stupid, shitty position. There's none. There is no position.
Are they
He's a
trying to
Confederate.
burn
He's a
rock?
fucking traitor, a loser. They waved the white fucking flag longer than they did the Confederate battle flag.
Are they trying to burn a statue?
It's symbolism.
I'm all for it.
Yeah, I agree. I
But
know.
like,
It's like, come
maybe
on,
a
it's-
sledgehammer.
Yeah, right. Maybe just take time, take
Did
turns
you-
beating the shit out of it.
Did you
We're not
see that
blacksmiths.
Yeah.
people had thrown a statue into the river and then some guys were dumb enough to try to retrieve it out of the river?
Did they
Like-
die? I hope.
I hope.
Drown. That'd be hilarious.
I just burn.
Drown for your Confederate fucking loser
Burning
ideology.
Just burning stone is like you're all gonna be sitting there for a fucking minute before anything happens.
Yeah. You're all just like, wait a minute. What's going on? Yeah, it's symbolism. It's already
Yeah,
been addressed.
and
but it's like-
I'm all for that. Yeah, but
They should have burned the grass around it in like a sign and then beat it, like you said.
Yeah, beat the shit out of it,
with
yeah.
sledgehammers until it's not recognized.
pulverize it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a jackhammer. Just
Global experts alarmed at U.S. has given up the fight to stop COVID-19. I can't imagine what it's like having to go to work knowing it's unsafe, said one expert in New Zealand. It's hard to see how this ends.
We can't see the screen.
I'm sorry that you can't.
Oh my god. Forgot.
It's like I don't know how you could not imagine my reality. That is an interesting perspective.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, I mean, New Zealand's always calling out to me like, hey, we care about everybody. Come over here.
What?
They are.
The cop was fucking killed over there recently, though. Apparently.
Really? Oh, I didn't know
And
that.
everyone's pissed. Like, the
Cop
whole
was killed.
country's
That's
pissed.
sad.
The top comment on it was like a guy's like, yeah, this guy pulled me over not too long ago. He's the sweetest fucking guy.
Oh
sucks.
Yeah, so
no.
there's a whole sad situation.
Yeah, that's not okay.
But
No good
the
people should
in
ever
New
be
Zealand
snuffed.
Were, like, upset about the cop, which was a really interesting perspective.
Right.
Like, yeah,
Here we're
fuck.
like, finally.
Yeah. Like, that's what that's supposed to sound like.
Yeah. So North Face becomes the first major company to boycott Facebook as the calls for advertisers to walk out on the platform in July intensify.
That's amazing.
Thank you,
but
North
side
Face.
note,
that
this
needs to be the forefront of the next decade.
yeah. Side note, this song is the song that my favorite 911 caller uses when he introduces his phone calls.
Dot
think it's
lights,
just
life
slowed down.
inside.
Love Inside is what it's called.
Life inside a nightmare rectangle.
It sounds pretty fucking.
It probably is. It
Close.
wouldn't surprise me. Anyway, Ivanka through the looking glass. So here's a tweet from her. Let
Ew.
Juneteenth 2020 serve as a day of reflection, acknowledgement, and education as we work to better inform ourselves, fight to remove unjust barriers to true equality, and achieve the full realization of our founders' ideology, is my guess how it ends. Somebody commented, she had without exception the most stupid, vulgar, empty mind that he had ever encountered. She had not a thought in her head that was not a slogan. George Orwell,
Fuck
or
yeah.
George Orwell, 1984.
That's from the book 1980.
Yeah,
What a
from
stupid
1980. Yeah, the
bitch.
book 1984,
How
which
can
is
how can she tweet that right now when her dad is doing all of this shit?
It's either to piss
Oh!
people off
It's a slogan.
or she's just ignorant.
yeah, I would believe it's half ignorance, half compliance, where she's just like. Plus, she's also probably a good distillation of racism and sexism and all that shit that Trump is giving her. But
Schlong.
I don't believe you're a real person. We had a real person come in and they commented, so say something, please. Anyway, yeah, man, there's some shit. New York City declares Juneteenth an official holiday, which is awesome. That needs to. Juneteenth is the abolition of slavery.
Okay.
And like, obviously, should definitely be a holiday over Columbus Day. Are you kidding? He's a fucking.
Can we call it something that doesn't sound like an Instagram hashtag?
I know it. I agree, but it's a name that comes way back from. It's
Is it- it's
it's a
old?
oh
It's
yeah,
an
it's an
old
old
name.
name.
Okay, I didn't
Yeah,
know it was called
it has history.
I thought it was just called the abolition of slavery.
Yeah, right. That's right. No, but it's because it's on June 19th, so they call it June or June. Yeah, June 19th. So
I guess,
June
alright.
Juneteenth.
I can see that.
Yeah, man, whatever. Oh fuck.
Oh, yeah, this whole
Yeah.
fucking shit show.
Oh my god, man.
This is
Ridiculous. Absolutely
a
fucking
lot of
ridiculous.
words I have for that, but Jesus.
I'll read the comments that I saved from all of this because they're very important, but I'll just read the summary because there's a few sentences and it's very easy to understand.
I think
Um,
I should go to the store and
Berman's South District of New York.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. Berman, the South District of New York's district attorney, is investigating a man who says Barr is a co-conspirator with Trump, our attorney general, and Giuliani in laundering foreign money for the 2020 election. The South District of New York has the power to cut a deal with this man to figure out what he knows. Now Barr is trying to fire Berman. He did so by saying he resigned. Berman came out within a few hours and said, that's not true, I'm not resigning, and I have no intention of resigning. And then Barr said, Trump outed you, Trump fired you. Well, they asked Trump what he said, and Trump said, I did not say that was on, like, this is all on William Barr. So now it's like, this is all landing on Barr. It's like, as much as I fucking hate Trump, we already tried to impeach him, it didn't work. We could probably get Barr. We might be able to do it. Who knows? I have no hope for it. But if we can get this going on until the actual election happens, that would be killer coverage for us. And we need to tank him at every fucking level. So they need to get on top of this. He's testifying on Wednesday, I believe, in front of Congress, in front of Nadler. You know, the head of the impeachment process back in the day with Schiff.
They really
good days.
They could just do what they did to Kobe and that it would pass.
Yeah, they seriously were hoping that we would all just, like, not care. It's like, but dude, we're all focusing on you and your bullshit. So it's like, it's kind of hard for us not to throw this onto the pile.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Those in England and Wales who reported having no religion in 2011 census had the lowest rate of death involved with COVID-19, with 80.7 deaths per 100,000 males and 47.9 deaths per 100,000 females. Again, non-religious people seem to live the best goddamn lives. Because what do you know? They live in the moment. They live factually. They live by things that they can be, that they can trust.
What they want.
Things that you can fact check.
Well, yeah, they do what they want, not something.
Yeah. Live your life the way you want to, so you can be happy. Because everybody's so different. You will not be happy doing what other people do. You have to.
And life is so short.
You have
like,
to figure out what you want to do and do it. Yeah. Tesla is now the world's most valuable automaker, passing Toyota.
That doesn't surprise me.
Me either, but it is.
That was quick though.
Right, it is pretty quick. 183 billion as opposed to 176 at the next.
Well,
Volkswagen at 84.
It's surprising in a way, but it's also like, this is a market people wanted, and he came in and gave people what they wanted, and this is the direct result of doing that.
And I hope more people fucking latch onto that idea that you should, if you please your consumer, guess what? It'll sell because we want shit that works.
Yeah.
Combining therapy with psychedelic drug psilocybin, I always say that wrong, results in large reductions in anxiety and depression. Psilocybin. Yeah, think about that though.
Yeah.
Microdosing psilocybin while going into a therapeutic, just into therapy could help you open up, because you'll reflect on things you didn't know you needed to reflect on.
Psychotherapy is the new fucking therapy. It's like, well, psychedelic therapy.
Psychedelic therapy,
is a
right.
different fucking.
We need to definitely get on top of legalizing the shit out of that, and not only legalizing, but normalizing
MDMA is helping
also
soldiers
therapy
with
in
heavy
general.
PTSD problems. MDMA is helping them deal with those issues. There's a lot of genuine studies that go into this. The government just refuses to believe that it's true because there's coincidentally good drugs, coincidentally tax drugs, and then there's bad drugs.
Yep. I've had this idea for a long time, but I've been saying we need to obviously pay teachers more, give more to that whole education sector. But in public schools,
Baby.
we need family therapists employed there.
Yes.
And families need to have to meet with those therapists and talk about serious shit with their kids. Because it's time for us to stop saying it's on the parents to make that happen. It's time for us to help them. Because they're not doing it.
If you want to control the population, make it actually genuinely difficult to be a parent. If you want to be a parent, you have to work for it.
I agree.
If you want to raise a child and you think that you can give this world something beneficial,
prove it.
Prove it.
Yeah, prove it. I agree. Fucking prove it.
That would totally lower the birth rate by a fucking large portion.
With a whole bunch of
It's just crazy to me though, because I see so many stressed out parents at the restore because, you know, they are like working all day and then they have their kids at the end of the day, which I mean, you signed up for it, but, you know, like, they are stressed out, and it's like, holy cow, you do need to make it easier for these people. Or I honestly just think the 4-day work week would make a huge difference for people. They would actually be able to spend time with their kids and just be with them. How incredible!
Did it, and they reported it helped big time.
There's a reason we work 9 to 5, 40 hours a week, because if it was anything more than that, we'd all fucking lose it.
Yeah, we'd all start killing each other.
Like, they work us right up to our limit, so we can't complain.
And then people who do go insane.
I already fucking complain. I hate working 9 to 5.
Well, it's like those who
It's your whole fucking day. You come home, eat dinner, shower, and then you just relax. That's it.
There's psychology is like people have replaced good and bad with better and worse. And it's those who can realize that better and worse are not the way to go, and you have like good and bad is like a compass. If you follow the way, those who can follow good or bad realize that they're in a maze. That's that one video that I watched where it's just like that's where it's like we have a good moral compass, whereas like we can realize that we're in a maze
because that is moral.
Exactly. We know what's good.
And worse is not moral.
Yeah, exactly.
It is a distillation of morality inside a wide fucking ocean of sludge.
If you have the compass of good and bad, regardless of what's around you, you will know what's good and you will know what's bad. So if you replace that with better or worse, you're gonna go through the maze where you're just like, oh well, it could be worse or it could be better.
Yeah, there's a dead end here, but at least I can set up a fire, and I was just like, I'll be here for another forever. It's like, well, we need to tear down these walls. Yeah. That's the rest of us.
I don't know though. I honestly think that when Josiah and I can work together at the dispensary, though, my whole idea of work is going to change.
Completely change.
Completely.
We'll be working for ourselves. We won't have to answer to people who don't understand.
We can make it our own as well, and then
how to relate to customers and see what the product is.
Yeah.
It won't be work, really.
Yeah, we'll just be there to hang out, and it's like if people come in to buy some weed, we'll talk to them about it because we already know it and we enjoy it.
Yeah, every time me and Josiah go to work now, we just think about the dispensary. And we're like, yep, we are in this. Like we want.
I want to work for myself. I want to build a a place that we can care about because it's us, and it's cool, and it's a place that we want to be, as well as we can help people that need it, because we can help people doing what we do. It's like if people got problems, be like, yo, talk to me. It's like, listen, I gotta help this customer. Don't go anywhere.
Well, yeah, like
if you don't got time, here's my card. Come back.
Yesterday,
I'll have a joint for you.
Was chilling with, or not chilling, but I was checking out a customer, and I had helped her previously. She had just kind of told me that her sink broke, and she needed a new wire or a new like little connection for it. And I was like, okay, and so I pointed her in the direction, and she found one, and she like almost started crying because she didn't have the money to pay for plumbing, and she was like, I don't know what I'm doing, like I have no idea what's going on. And I was like, hey, it's okay, like, you know, like I don't know, I just kind of tried to help her through it, and she seemed happier towards the end of it, but it was just,
I'm super overwhelmed, I'm sure, because I get overwhelmed with house projects when I don't know how to do it.
Well, yeah, she said it took her 3 days just to get the thing off of the faucet. Like she was just so out of her element, and she did not know what she was doing.
The fact that we don't have municipal help that can come out and be like, listen, here's how you do this. We can help you. Here's what you need, and then leave.
System for a fucking reason. It's like
we just don't use it.
Yeah, she said her rental property would have charged her if she called them, which is sad though, because ours doesn't.
I'm sure.
Really?
In the rental agreement, if they
that should be illegal.
If they pay like $600 in rent, that doesn't have to be in the rental agreement.
Terrible.
It's all on the rental agreement.
Ridiculous.
Like obviously landlords have standards, but I don't think that if they say specifically in the rental agreement you're responsible for fixing, you're responsible.
Oh yeah, they can do that. Yeah, they're right. That's shit. I hate that. Yeah, that's bullshit.
But that's why some people have like $600 apartments, is because
they're cheap as shit. When something breaks, you gotta take care of yourself. Yeah, that makes sense. Australian cyber attacks are a retaliation from China's spy agency for Huawei's 5G ban. So Australia is taking the first step in banning Huawei because that's a phone maker like Samsung. It's a great phone, but they're straight up connected to Chinese servers, like Chinese-owned State Department servers. Everything you do on a Huawei is straight up recorded and put into a Chinese server. So they know everything you're doing, everyone you contact, location of you, possibly locations of people that you contact.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's really bad. And so Australia was like, fuck no, you're not selling that to our citizens. Yeah. And so they are cyber attacking them. They shut down a bunch of their Wi-Fi networks. They shut down their government servers. They're crazy. Yeah. And they're not... What the fuck do you do against China? Like, let's just nuke their capital
terrifying.
people. Like,
well, yeah, they deserve
wait for them to go do their own thing where it's a bunch of important people and kill them.
Are unreasonably
fuck you, Jinping, Beijing.
Yeah.
Like, it's like you can't...
Winnie the Pooh.
Mainland China people have a stereotype for being, like, they think they are the best race of people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is
You're right.
And it's not like a stereotype.
Same with North Koreans.
Yeah, exactly.
It's because of what they've been taught their whole life. They're not allowed to learn anything else.
But the Chinese people have that backup where like they're gonna be the next global superpower. Where they're literally gonna be in the position where
like the Fire Nation,
they can believe that.
They are the Fire Nation.
So it's like
China's the Fire Nation.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna be in trouble if they really get angry because it's like they have a body count. And they have I think they have a 10 times bigger like reserve and like active military force than we do. Granted, we have a way better trained and a way better like seasoned military because we've been in combat for fucking ever.
Yeah.
But it's like we.
Well, I mean, so have they.
Yes, but like the
not in the same way. I agree. Because they stick to themselves and they only fight people who are weak.
We also spend the money we spend on our military. Which is like we are several generations
leagues outspending China. And
several,
they have, like what, 30 to 40% the population of the whole fucking planet.
The only thing that they have engineered better than us in terms, from what I understand, is they have a stealth plane that's pretty remarkable.
Probably,
it doesn't.
I would think maybe solar and battery power. They probably have a pretty good
probably.
grasp on.
It doesn't fight the SR-71, the Blackbird though. Like that's still like the feat of stealth technology.
Cool. I've seen one of the originals in Arizona.
They're gorgeous.
Oh my god, they're huge. They're so fucking cool, dude.
You do not think they're that big, but like those things fucking skim the goddamn atmosphere. Like those things go. Oh my god,
we
they're
watched
quiet
the
as
video on
fuck.
it when we were there. That's why I love going there.
The SR-71
the Blackbird. You've seen the plane. It's like it looks like a triangle, a black triangle. It flies like a spaceship.
Yeah.
It goes.
No, not that. Not that one.
Radars back in the day.
Not the. I'm talking about the one that almost looks like a.
Oh, you're talking about a new one?
Look up the SR-71 Blackbird. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong one, but I'm pretty sure the SR-71 looks a lot more like a spaceship than you think it does.
And it's big.
It's huge.
I'm pretty sure I saw a space one. Yeah, I've seen this one. This thing's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, okay, maybe, yeah. So yeah, that's what, yeah.
The one I was describing.
Yeah.
This one is also there.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. That's like the pinnacle of stealth technology.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, at least it was of its time.
Yeah, and the Blackbird back in the 60s was a big fucking deal too. But yeah, this is
that thing. It can fly. That has engines.
Oh, look at that! It's an RC. Oh wait.
It can get off the ground, like. I don't know the statistic for how fast, but they have their engines are so fucking powerful. Like they don't have weapons or anything on them, just cameras. So like they
because you can't have a person on them.
Yep. No. It's one man.
Oh, is it a
Yep.
person?
It's one man.
Holy
yep.
Shit.
It's actually two man. My bad. 2 man. Yeah.
It goes so fast.
Yep. They trust. I mean, to fly one of these, you have to be.
The estimated
it's one of the fat.
The aircraft is Mach 3.2. Some sources say the so that's 85,000.
Get accelerated to Mach 3.5.
100,000. It doesn't say.
You'll have to convert 3.5 to it, but I don't know what 3.5 would be.
I don't even know how to do that. Me at this
260.
Basically
So
2,700 miles per hour.
The live launch of the Falcon X.
Yeah.
Did you see? It got up to fucking 26,000 miles per hour.
That thing hauling.
I just remember watching it. It's like it's not. It got to 1,000. It's like wow, that's fast. It got to 2,000. Like what the 3,000?
When
like,
those other boosters kick in,
and it just went all the way to 20,000.
Well, you know how you got to get out of orbit, right? That's what takes a lot of fucking fuel because you have to go up and then you have to go sideways.
Gauge like a mile per hour gauge in a car was really cool to watch. With those numbers was like
I
that.
got so anxious watching that. I was like, holy shit.
But these planes, when they were introduced, the first models were introduced in the Cold War. And we started flying them over Russia, and Russia could not fucking find them, and they got so mad. Like that a video at the top right would literally explain the Real Engineering. They have a great channel. It's the one I actually watched about the SR-71. Like it explains why it's just so a military pinnacle of technology. I totally support spending money on the military for this kind of shit because this is just fucking amazing.
Well, yeah, for progressing technology for the sake of seeing what we can do for science.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this.
Killing people, maybe not.
This is like an aircraft. Like the fact that like when flight was 1912, we started flying. Is that right?
I have no idea.
It was the early 1900s, I think.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But like.
That or late 1800s.
It's from Wing Doozy.
Oh yeah, I love the Mardi
Gras
sauce.
Yeah.
But like this was built in like the 60s and 70s. So So it's like we were fucking in 50 years fucking on skimming the atmosphere going at 3,000 miles fucking per hour.
Wild, dude.
Taking pictures.
Okay, how fast do planes go normally? Like just you know.
800.
Yeah, I think it might be a
800?
yeah.
Oh.
800?
Like high
No.
high hundreds, I think.
I don't like.
High hundreds. Yeah, dude, I've been to two Tucson airport graveyards. One that's an actual boneyard where they use it for new ships. This is the graveyard where they take you on a bus tour and you see all the big ones. But then you can go and individually see them and like kind of see inside of them. Like there was a huge B-52, what my grandpa worked on. He flew one of those.
He flew a B-52?
He worked on them too for the longest
It's like
time.
flying a semi-truck.
My grandpa flew some badass planes, and he flew for 15 to 20 years a little puddle skipper between America and Mexico to help people in Mexico.
I bet you saw a lot of P-52s.
He flew a lot. Yeah, he loves the B-52. Every time we go, he explains head to toe how a B-52 works.
Or what about P-52s? Have you seen the little fighter ones? I'm sure you saw a bunch of those.
Almost every military plane we've had, except for the last maybe 20 years, you can see.
That's probably all still classified.
The coolest fucking things at that graveyard.
Oh, our fucking jets too. I think China is like just breaching 5th generation jets, and we're like on 6th generation jets and shit like that.
We spend
Like
a lot on jets.
we're fucking crazy.
To be honest, Boeing has completely shat on their technology in the past.
Boeing's
5
garbage.
years because they've been making so much money off of us from wars forever. That's
Elon Musk
passing all
could
the money to the
literally
CEOs.
start being Tony Stark and start producing
He
weapons.
should be our arms dealer, and then when he gets sick of it, be Iron Man. He needs to have a serious change of heart like Iron Man did, because Iron Man was a piece of shit too before he became Iron Man.
He's got to be thinking about that shit, dude.
Elon Musk hasn't done anything absolutely terrible. He's just done some bad, stupid shit.
Yeah.
Arguably more stupid than bad.
Yeah.
But that's the same with Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you know, it's like, and he's just a fucking moron at points. And he grew up and became Iron Man to protect people.
But like, I can't. With everyone talking about it, you know, he's fucking like.
Oh, he's definitely
on some shit about that.
He's definitely thought about it. Yeah, he's thinking somehow it's possible. I just think realistically, he probably knows that all of the militaries will close in on me. And
I mean, he's working really hard on the battery.
Yeah.
The only reason we can't make an Iron Man suit is because we can't power that.
Dude, imagine if it actually went the way of Iron Man and he's like, you want it? Come get it. And he went and got his own island. He's like, you can't get to me.
What if Elon Musk just like built fusion technology and just was like, yeah, we can't share this right now? You know, like we're actually like I think 7 to 8 years. Maybe let's say 15 years out from like actual like fusion energy. Like we're just below breaking even for energy. So like we're almost there. Which is not talked about enough, because once we get fusion energy crisis is over.
And so is the environmental crisis. If we keep it contained properly, we'll no longer need fossil fuels.
We won't even need solar or wind power.
Or
fusion energy,
because it will power all that shit.
Fusion energy, a fusion reactor could power all of New York.
The current the ways that we generate electricity right now will be so obsolete it won't matter.
I'm pretty sure. I don't quote me on the statistic, but like I'm pretty sure one fusion reactor they said could supply New York for 10,000 years. Like without a problem.
There is so much nuclear waste that we just get rid of when it can be reused.
Well, yeah, nuclear reactors was a really interesting innovation, but a really fucking messy one, and we did not give a shit about the waste.
Terribly, and then Chernobyl. I mean, just like it was a while ago, but we.
What was the most recent one too?
Did you lose a tooth?
The tsunami hit Japan, and then their fucking reactor melted down and blew up.
All right.
Yeah.
This is cool. The exact mechanism of how E. coli bacteria causes colonic cancer has been found. Colibactin, a potent toxin associated with certain strains of Escherichia coli, creates a specific DNA damage signature in infected human colorectal cells.
I feel like
the DNA breaks are the precursors of human colon cancer.
Colibactin. I feel like science is really trying to dumb shit down so people will be like, hey, like, listen to us.
Yeah.
Like, that's a really very interesting way of saying colibacteria.
Tennessee Republicans approve 6-week abortion ban in surprise vote. Ban begins at 6 weeks, which is when most women know they are pregnant. It is blatantly unconstitutional. And they just, out of nowhere, went in a vote on this without Democrats knowing, of course, like they always do. Because somehow that's fucking legal. They should be hung for treason.
Yep.
They are going against the American people and subverting a whole class of people because they disagree with them.
That's what they mean when they fight for states' rights.
The states' right to control whatever to oppress the people that they want to continue to oppress to make money. Anyway, New Jersey, this stupid dumb bitch parks in the middle of the road so she can call cops on this guy and his mom for, I don't know, existing. Petition is underway to rename Columbus, Ohio Flavor Town.
Yes.
I signed that.
Yes.
I want that on my permanent record.
Hell yeah.
Why does it have to be in Ohio, though? I will never live in Ohio. Fuck
I know.
this.
I hate that, but if we can get meme names going in honor instead of Confederate names, I'm all for it. I mean,
all for it,
Columbus
too.
isn't Confederate, but the same ideologies come from Columbus.
I'm just gonna say,
I'm gonna kill you.
we definitely like Columbus.
Columbus believed the same things that the Confederate would preach, and he killed so many
I
Indians.
was gonna say he sailed here, and
Which is cool, which is
yeah.
great. So many other people did that too.
I was gonna say, but like, a lot
We
of.
should definitely acknowledge he was first, but in textbooks, not in monuments.
I don't actually.
not in
He was. I don't think he was first. I don't know if you know.
Vikings.
We found Viking shit
Yeah,
over here
Vikings,
long
exactly.
before Columbus.
Who gives a
Yeah.
shit about Columbus? Just because
Exactly.
because he made the white person popular by getting rid of brown people.
My theory is that the Vikings got over here, traded with the Indians, and then
What?
fucked off, and
Yeah.
then Columbus came over here, and they're like,
Probably
dude, more white
learned A
people.
lot of shit from each other.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Warriors do that.
Yeah.
Because they understand
Yeah.
if this person's strong as shit, there's probably a good way for us to.
They were very
to
equal
learn.
warriors, I'm sure.
This is
Yeah.
our land.
Yeah.
If we know how to kill people on our land, imagine what they could do to us here.
Yeah.
The Vikings knew that, and Columbus was like, "Well, we got diseases and guns. Let's kill them in the night."
Yeah. Well, I'm sure like the Indians when they saw the white, they're like, dude, more white people, fuck yeah,
they're
and then they just
"Yeah,
started
well, you
like
have-" and
shooting
why,
them.
That's why they received them.
Yeah.
Naturally,
Yeah.
I would believe it's like
That's my
we
guess.
only have things to
Yes.
trade. Well,
Yeah.
Vikings came in and they were probably like, "We don't want to fuck with these guys," and they were
Yeah.
probably like, "Well, we don't want to fuck with you."
Yeah.
Because Indians, like, they're crazy.
They were brutal.
Indians are Native Americans. Sorry, Native Americans are a beautiful ethnicity. Like their
Beautiful.
history.
Yeah.
They're incredible hunters.
Yeah.
They could put you down from a mile away with a bow.
They were
And
the
they wouldn't
one
even have
with
to
the
come and shoot
land.
Your body. They'd send
Yeah.
a fucking deer to bring it to their tribe.
The one with the land, dude.
Yeah, they were one with the land.
Yeah.
Because they respected the fucking
Yeah,
people.
it was all about respect of the earth.
The land and then the people after that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it provides for us, and that's it. Because we can't provide for it.
Yep.
There's no way we could
Only
ever benefit
only
this
take
land.
what you will use.
Exactly. We could. Yeah. And only use what we. Yeah. Only take what we can use. Instead of bailing out for-profit colleges, Congress should cancel student debt. Obvious. It will be a much different scene. Trump threatens protesters that will show up at Tulsa rally. Did you hear about the protester that was there and got arrested? They were protesting Trump and the cops arrested him.
I'm not surprised.
He's an attorney though, and it's blowing up. A bunch of
That's-
people are reaching out, or her, sorry, is reaching.
I was gonna
out
say
to
that
them.
she did that because she was an attorney, because she was
Exactly.
like, I want to fucking
Yep,
have this
and-
go through. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wake up, Mitch. Black Lives Matter protesters stage rally outside McConnell's
I saw
Kentucky
that.
home. Cool. Set it on fire and go to his D.C.
Hell
home.
yeah.
Then set that on fire and go to his secret home, and then set that on fire and go to one of his many other until he has one left, and then set him on fire.
I was gonna say just set him on fire if you can.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Video emerges of MAGA-loving Tulsa ex-jailer shooting unarmed black man. Yep. Happens, and it keeps happening. Add him to the list and let's scream his fucking name until we can get their
Hey,
blood in the
Kemba.
streets. They want to kill us. They're starting war. That's what it is. With systemic violations of worker rights, U.S. comes in dead last in labor rankings of wealthy nations.
Fuck.
What
That is
the
like
fuck?
saying that Democrats ranked, labor and they're Tories, labor and Tories. It's like Europe does bad. So that's not saying a ton, but Europe is definitely their left is actually left. So
Yeah.
for them to call us out on that is a good perspective for the rest of the world to really grasp, because they are left. We
Yeah.
have alt-right, then we have right centrism, and then we have centrism.
Yeah.
There is no left. Bernie was left centrist.
Politically,
we have
at
no
least.
far left.
I was gonna
people.
say we have
no far left.
not in the government. We have
No one
very
running?
in our
No one even running. I
Well,
think
no.
it's far left.
In our population, we have a lot of
Yeah.
very,
yeah.
very, very left
That's
people.
that's true as shit. Like in Seattle,
Yeah.
you got the
Yeah.
Chaz.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I agree with that. But no one running
No.
is far left.
No.
Because they're always deemed a communist before they can even step out the door.
Bernie was a left-leaning centrist at best.
Exactly. Yeah. Left-leaning centrist. Because he just believes that we should help our people.
Yeah.
Which is a central ideology.
Yeah, why is that so crazy
Exactly.
for people?
Exactly.
Well, that's what- because they
my
want us to
damn money's
believe that
gotta
it's
go to
crazy.
oppressing the world on my $1 trillion.
that's
Well, yeah,
so
they-
sad to
yeah.
me.
They want us to believe that that's a crazy idea, so they don't have to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they continue pushing. This is radical. They want to take all your money to give it to people who don't work. It's like, okay, that's not a bad thing in its own fucking idea. Giving people who don't want to work enough money to survive and be healthy is not wrong.
Well,
because when we take the amount of money that we spend on the military, we can afford it.
Yeah.
So easily.
Well, it's like
how we'd still be saving money.
It costs $500 billion to give every citizen $1,000 or something like that, or $50 billion. How much? We spend $1 trillion.
Citizens, so 300 billion.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but like
50 billion. Or 50,
we could take
500 billion.
We could take 10 trillion out of the military budget, still spend 80 billion or whatever fuck it is.
We spend $1 trillion a year on them.
$1 trillion a year, so
yeah.
$1
trillion was the budget, and they always go over it's always over $1 trillion.
So we could still spend, $960 billion on it, and we could still fucking give every United States citizen like $5,000 a fucking
$1 trillion in total on every other program the United States runs. The military, I believe in 2018, cost us $1.4 trillion. I think we're still getting up the numbers, so it's probably going to get to like $1.7 trillion by the end of it, if not $2 trillion. And the budget was only $900.
We could realistically do a UBI of like $5,000 a month without a goddamn problem.
Yep, easily.
It would take like a tenth of the military budget a year.
Easily. All right, we've been in this for 36 minutes. We gotta move on from this bullshit. It's all terrible.
Did you see what Snapchat?
Oh, we have to see this. Yeah,
did you see what Snapchat sent yesterday on Juneteenth?
I did not.
They just said Juneteenth marks 155 years since the Emancipation Proclamation reached Texas, freeing the last enslaved people in America more than 2 years after it was signed. Today we commemorate the promise of freedom. We recognize the heartbreak of this broken promise and the challenge of creating true equality for all. This Juneteenth we recommit to fighting for equality, freedom, and to end systematic racism.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's important.
That's very important.
Surprising because they're owned by Facebook.
Yeah, I know.
I really enjoy that people are saying that, but like I don't think shit's gonna change until people start like race war, civil war is gonna break out.
And
like
we also need the goddamn.
I know. I want to go to more.
Effect.
I want to go to more protests because
me too.
the one that we went to was just. No, I know.
It was huge, but I want to be there to.
But now that we're working again, you're right. There is none. Around here, at least.
Oh shit! I didn't show you the song I want to show you by Anderson .Paak. It's called Lockdown.
Oh, it's really
good. But it's about the
good.
protests, and it's really good.
Yeah.
It's just a freestyle that he came out with after going in protest. He's like, I can't fucking believe what I'm seeing. And he just rapped on it. It's great. All right, here's a video of Joe Biden introducing a man in blackface.
We're going to have some support people coming out in a minute, but there's one more band member that I want you to meet. Ladies and gentlemen, our vocalist tonight, Michael Jackson. Michael, would you please stand?
Thanks, Joe Biden. Thank you.
I mean, what? Justin Trudeau has done it a few times
yeah,
or
is
whatever.
that what it takes? Is that what it takes to make it? You have to wear blackface at some point? Do you have to have this on your resume?
I don't know.
It fucking seems like it.
I mean, they have to have something on you.
Yeah, you have to have something on your resume, and blackface is...
How does Obama feel about this?
That's a great point. You probably don't give a... You know what? You ask him, and I'll probably bye. He won't answer that question because Obama's cool, but he's not.
We had 2 customers today who were wearing a Biden for 2020 hat.
Hats.
They were old men as well.
Isn't that crazy?
Like that's kind of wild to me.
I'm
glad
happy about that because at least his party isn't Nazis, but god damn it, that's the bar.
That is the bar. Yeah, it's so fucking low.
They're not outward Nazis. They are like we can't pinpoint every one of them as a Nazi like you can with Republicans. Like they believe Nazi shit.
The bar's so low that you don't even have to try to get over it.
Can't tell.
Like the bar, there's no bar anymore.
Yeah, there is no bar.
Yeah, like
if they can fucking claw their way out of the shit covered dirt, then they've made it.
But like the bar is at the point where like they're just gonna set a new bar that's even lower. Where it's like not like
lower in the bar, they sit on it until it bends.
Will you look at the ear cleaning
it's hard to get lower than fucking literal Nazis, but like they've never been in a position where their candidate really has made everyone really happy.
Oh yeah, the DNC has not made anybody happy in a long time.
No, don't leave now. No. I'm gonna clean your ears. He wants to leave now.
Strap him down.
Come here, baby.
All right. Yeah, crazy shit. Trump's got a lot of money to pay.
Hate
China's
him.
doing some
He
bullshit.
sucks. He's a pussy.
12 officials have resigned or been fired in the Trump administration in the
What?
past 16 days, right?
He's building his
Holy
regime.
cow!
Yep, anybody that
That's
slightly
kind of a lot.
disagrees, gone.
Okay, bud.
Oh yeah, super fuck. Anyway,
Yes.
the final official flag of the Confederate
No.
States in America.
No, no,
Looks
no.
a lot like the French flag.
Yeah, it does. Came across this random stock photo.
Good stock image.
Oh my god.
Why the fuck-
When babe smells like different cum.
Eh.
Stock images, like photographers, have a fucking blast just coming up
I
with
know.
random
I'm
ass
like, what
ideas.
the fuck can we do? So I'm gonna lay in bed next to this sex doll.
No, okay,
Upset.
bud.
Have a bunch
Stay
of different
still.
reactions. There's probably one of this exact photo where he's smoking a cigarette too or something. Good thing.
Oh boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
No.
Want to hear a joke? No thanks. Good night. Anti-meme. Thanks, I hate bacon. Peppa Pig. If you ate bacon, it might be my pussy. Slurp.
Oh my god.
I'm going to ignore you. I want to save this meme, Mars. I'm going to ignore you. How's it going?
He's doing pretty
Is it
good.
dirty?
No, not really. Like
you think
nothing's
he-
really coming
I think it's
out.
gotta get deep though, yeah.
I know.
Hard to swallow pills.
No.
The good thing though is that it helps with the scratching, so that's nice.
It's the pills from Blown Away.
Yeah. Blown Away, Brock, is just a like glass blowing competition basically show on Netflix, and
Really
it's
cool.
actually really fucking cool.
Glassblowing's beautiful.
Oh
like
my god,
it takes a
I
lot of
wanna
talent.
do it so badly, but I know that I, would burn myself.
Yeah, that's my fucking issue.
I would. Like I'm
Cousin
terrible. I
Kyle
burn
Ow.
myself almost every time I cook.
I legitimately want to try blacksmithing.
Oh
I wanna
yeah.
make a sword,
Yeah,
yeah.
me too.
Do
I want to make my own
it.
sword.
Ooh, how do you do that?
Heat up
Uh,
metal until it's hot enough that you
yep.
can hit it with the sword.
Pour it
and-
into a
or hit
mold.
it with a hammer until it looks like what you want. If it's not done, heat it up again.
Yep.
Depending on the metal, you might have to heat it once or twice, and you have to be really good with certain metals to use them.
Wow.
Grind it down to shape with a grindstone.
And then and then you sharpen it, and then you have to polish them and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Okay, bye.
Yeah,
A lot of
once
people use old wrenches to make small knives.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I want to do that. Get a
Ooh,
belt sander.
come
and
look
use
at
it.
the restore.
You say, I'd like
Get a
to,
big wrench and make a sword out of it.
I really just want to do the thing where, like, at the end you have it all finished, you heat it up, and you stick it in the water.
Yes.
Could you heat it? Do you just heat it up with a torch?
No, you have to use.
no,
You have to use like the glory hole. That's what they're
Thousands
actually
of
called.
degrees.
Yeah.
They're called glory holes.
Yeah, isn't that I'm sure they were called
apparently-
that before we
well,
called them
Yeah,
that, but-
yeah.
No, they it like I guess glass blowing is supposed to be like a very sensual experience. Like it's
Oh.
very sexual. Like that's what they were basically talking
I
about.
guess, yeah.
They were weird.
Interesting.
I mean, I'm not a glass blower. I
Most
don't know.
art is
Yeah.
derived from sexual experience. Though.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal.
That's good.
PSU Vector.
Oh my
Vector.
gosh. I like that. I get that.
The orange
Because
one.
it's
yeah.
orange.
Oh. Ooh.
Yeah.
Please tread on me. Tread on me, daddy. This is the best thing I've ever found. Can I see it? No.
No.
I have small hands. Bring them closer to you. They are just far away. Wow,
No,
you
you
were
were
right. Thanks. I have a fantasy of turning a CEO into a cute, a cute, submissive little cat boy while I take over his company. Grimes and Elon
Elon
Musk.
Musk. That's good.
Oh my god. Grimes is actually like she's very like interesting, I guess.
Yeah.
This is mobile, ridiculous mobile ads.
Wow.
I want whatever. Yeah, I want to meet their fucking meth dealer, dude. I want
Yeah.
whatever the fuck they're on, dude. I need that in my life. Will you ever give me
Yeah.
up, Rick Astley? Go fuck yourself.
I remember this one.
In Spider-Man, despite popular thinking, Peter Parker is not Spider-Man because his head is too fucking big.
I was gonna send you this. Yeah.
What? Who? How did this happen? Who got past like?
It was like 2002.
And that's why when the Amazing because look at this, the tip of his nose, and then you don't realize his eyes are lower than his fucking nose. And when in the new Spider-Man, when in Chasm in the Amazing Spider-Man, his eyes are higher, and everybody thought it was weird because he looked more bug-like. It's like no, he looks more human.
You
Fucking,
say,
what the
you fucks.
fuck? Seriously though, look at that. His eyes are lower by like 40% of his eyes are lower than his nose.
It's really good.
That's terrible. Benny is fucking dead. No more bouncy cock. Gay sex prevents abortion. Suck a cock for Jesus. So does swallowing. Swallowing also prevents abortion. So does spitting. So does condoms. So does a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Pulling out.
Yeah, and we just don't teach proper sex ed. Oh my God, Mars, this is funny.
Pulling out.
Where are we going?
That's where we're going. Do you know what it is? We're not going to.
And she's
Oh.
like, oh.
Oh my goodness.
I love her reaction at the end.
We're not going to.
She's like, okay.
Okay.
I'm still excited.
He's like, I don't know what we're doing, but I'm on board.
Oh.
That's coordination.
This guy's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Fire alarms going off.
What the hell?
I want one.
So cute.
Oh my god.
Me alone at the car meet expecting to make friends. Accurate as shit.
Is that Jeremy now?
Yeah. This is way too fucking long to be legal.
Fast and Furious? Whoa. What? Is that a train?
Mm-mm. I mean, basically.
What the fuck? That weighs too much, right?
Yeah, it's also way too dangerous. You can't make any turns with that. I'm like, how do you can't turn that. You're not gonna fucking turn that thing.
Unless you have two drivers that are really willing to risk something.
What the hell?
I just think you couldn't actually physically make it.
I mean, if one car starts turning and the other wheels start turning with it, I would imagine.
I mean, maybe they only have to drive straight. I would hope so.
I would think too if they're going right down that long ass road and probably
Yeah.
farm.
He's so happy.
Of course,
Fucking
it's Russia.
Russians. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
More. Oh my god.
Поеду прокачусь с этим хором, который серенады исполняет.
I want to learn Russian because it's so intimidating. I want to be able to talk to you guys in Russian when we're staring at somebody, so they'll be like, "What the fuck?"
Russian's actually on my list, and actually, I've spoken to a few people who speak Russian, and they say that you have the complete wrong impression if you think it's an intimidating language. They say it's like a very love language.
Aw.
Like it's actually a very beautiful
It sounds
language.
intimidating. Like,
I
Yeah.
want to speak Spanish.
Oh my god, this
see, Spanish sounds like a love language.
I get criticized for not speaking Spanish.
why Russians have so much time to do bullshit. Like I kind of want to like go to Russia if they weren't like going with what they're doing right now. There's a huge like political like swing in Russia right now for like people are angry.
I know.
Like I didn't realize the Russian people like actually gave a shit. You don't ever hear anything out of there, but I feel like that's probably intentional.
Check out this mad speedrun, bro. Oh.
The new Minecraft update came out. The whole Nether update with the new ore that's stronger than diamond. So we have to do a Minecraft playthrough.
Yeah, we do. I got to play Minecraft with this.
Yeah, I was gonna say because like it's all brand new shit like that. I don't
You
even
can get a cat.
know.
Yeah. You've been able to do that for a while. We can get you a little kitty.
I want one in real life.
Yeah, more cats. An outraged Indian king purchased 10 Rolls Rolls-Royce cars and used these cars as garbage collectors when he was insulted by Rolls-Royce salesmen in London, saying he could not afford it.
Oh, hell yeah, I'd do the same thing then.
Be like,
Smart.
fuck you, bitch. I'll show
Asshole.
all my people your cars are only worth picking up trash.
That's pretty fucking good.
Honestly, I don't think
This is a
Rolls-Royces are that
classic video,
nice.
Mars. Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
yes.
look, oh my dog. Dunk.
What the fuck, man?
Get away from him. Get the fuck away from the dog. And
He's
he's
like,
just
what
like,
the fuck?
He's like, what the I'm out of here. I'm fucking gone, man. Yeah. This is great. Yeah, look at him. He's
Yeah,
just
I'm
choke
gonna
holding a dog.
chokehold. Oh no.
Look at him. It's like, what? He wears up like he's fighting a person. I love it.
Well, they're boxers, dude.
They kick, but they hurt.
Look
they
at
can...
their legs, dude. Holy shit.
It's a reaction.
What? It's like, I was expecting you to kick me.
It's like, what the?
He's like, how did you do that?
Why did you do that?
Let's remember this
Like, I was
legendary moment.
playing.
He's like, teach me your power.
Oh, I want one
This
of
is great. Watch
those.
this.
Oh no!
Whoa, what you do? It calls sport. Sport is
No. No, it's not.
This is great. It originally said something like, why didn't you move, or whatever like that. And someone was like, I thought it'd be funnier just to
Yeah.
to clean it up.
Yeah.
This is fucking great. College humor. Every once in a while has just absolute gold.
F.
Have to pay respects. Pee-pee. Big ol' pee-pee.
Does it explain his reasoning? Because at this moment, he just looked at him and fucking killed him.
Yeah, I walked out and murdered him. Why did he
Just
do
wanted
this?
to jump.
What compelled him to murder in cold blood?
Oh my god. Oh my god!
The spit at the end. That was good.
That
God
ruined
damn.
my childhood.
That logo for some reason scared the shit out of me as a kid.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I thought it was
why.
hilarious. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm.
You spin me right. Look, you can see his face. You look up in perpetual sorrow.
A ferret?
It's a cat. Spinning at the speed of sound. It's a cat. Straws.
Straws.
Love straws. First one is always free, Marge Watson.
Oh.
Hold on, it gets so great. It's like, oh,
No.
oh my god.
Oh my gosh, his reaction is so cute too. Oh my god.
I think the dad said that was his first time tasting sugar, and you can see the little fucking
You can't- he's like-
receptors fire off in his brain as it accepts the sugar.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh.
We're wired to fucking love it.
boy, fucking
Say it slow.
fucking.
fucking 35, innit?
In there.
He's stumped. I don't know why you're laughing at me.
As if it's a
Fucking
simple
is.
question. It fucking is. It fucking is. Grab this man a pint.
There's
When
no
I was
shit going on there.
My sister was half
Fucking 35!
I heard you. Oh yeah. I can't do my math straight. Someone get this man a high school diploma.
What? How is math, the way he's doing math is so...
38? He walked himself right into it. He said, you were 6 and now you're 70, so that's 64 years.
No.
Kyrian. I know so many dumb Kyrians, dude.
I don't even know a Kyrian.
I know 2 and they're both idiots. I've met
Oh,
another
it's
one
my
that was just as
fucking
dumb.
sister.
She's
You
only 3 years
dumb
younger than
cunt.
me, you daft cunt. Oh yeah. So how old is she? Oh my god, dude. Where the fuck did this kid grow up?
Scotland, it sounds like.
I could be your hero, baby. Be your hero, baby. I can be your
Yeah,
hero,
he's like a professional
baby.
bodybuilder.
Yeah.
He's a fucking animal.
I can
But
be
this is
your
beautiful.
hero. My husband is so handsome. She's like, I need to get a present for my man. No! We did all we could. Sorry, mister. No.
No.
No!
No!
I can be your hero, baby! God damn it. Oh my fucking god.
Fucking wild commercial.
Why didn't she use...
I've seen this. This is a good one. It's a very aggressive fucking ceiling commercial.
Yes, it is. Buy our fucking ceiling tiles, or you're gonna have fucking lizards killing themselves. in
yeah, I
front
was
of
gonna say
your
you will ruin lizard relationships.
family. Oh my god, dude.
What the fuck?
You suck at maximum levels. Levels beyond compare, truly. Like, you had so many things to not hit.
It's
and
not.
you hit the one thing you shouldn't have.
Well, yeah, he hit it
At the angle you shouldn't have.
Yeah, he hit it straight. And that's just supposed to go up. And it went to like the right.
Yeah, he sucks.
But like, yeah, fuck, man, that's blows. But hey,
Oh.
here we are.
Here we are again. About ready to die. Wahoo!
Yeet.
Yahoo! Yeah, they're gonna run out and boing. Sonic says, "Hi kids, if a military recruiter pulls up to your school, slash their fucking tires."
Fucking tires. Oh.
Fuck military recruiters.
Yeah.
You can get a better job, doing better things for people. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
Kebab.
1994 Civic Racing Hood. $70 worth of vents from Lowe's and Home Depot. Fuck, dude. Holy fuck.
It's got some serious.
Dude, that's like a supercharger on there, I think, bro.
Dude, the airflow in there is gonna be crazy.
It probably got 7 turbos, one for each vent.
Yeah.
There's probably no engine, it's just turbo and vent. There's just more vents inside.
More vents.
Maximum airflow. So my ex said he could get me, or said he would get me an iPhone if I sleep with him. Please tell me you didn't do it. No, I'm not a cheater. Good, I love.
That's like the a stranger came up to me and said they would have sex with me if I promoted like the cleaner, and they were like, "Of course I'm a great human being," but yeah.
Someone told me if I advertised their new rendition of hemp cleaner on Foofaraw, that they would suck my dick and give me a good old ass fingering, you know. But I was just like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna absolutely advertise such a great product like Clorox Ultra Clean that can get real deep in your crevices. And I mean, I didn't go out and buy all of it, but I definitely did, and it's great. You should buy it. Anyway.
But I wouldn't do that morality.
But I wouldn't do that. Morally, I could never. I could never get fucked in the ass perfectly just so I could say buy this new brand of Clorox.
Obama
You should buy it though. It's fucking great.
She ate straight shit. Holy fuck.
She looks so fucking happy at the beginning. It's like, I'm doing it. This is pretty sweet. I understand why you fucking.
That's very comedically timed. Like, it's
accidental slapstick. Perfect. This is pretty fucking. Yeah, I don't think she has teeth or nose. This isn't what I expected when I bought the tickets. Disney on Ice. That's a good one.
Dad, do you think I'm ugly?
What you? No, you're not ugly. You're just retarded.
You're not ugly. You're just retarded because, and then he's like clearly going into it. No, you're not ugly.
You're just retarded.
Glorious. Man, you just killed my vibe. That's wiggity whack, yo. Aw, yeah. Funky student.
God damn it.
Shut the fuck up! Look where we are. Yeah, that one's obvious but important. It's time to protesters pulled down Joe Biden after mistaking him for old racist statue. He probably didn't know. The reason they thought that is he was probably sleeping standing up.
Yeah.
Pee is stored in the balls and shit is stored in the White House. Ouija says. Playing with a mouse trap.
That's good.
Unethical life pro tip. Get a free high quality tattoo by first giving yourself a small swastika where you want it. Many tattoo shops offer to cover up racist tattoos for free, especially during times like when racism is hot in the news.
Jesus.
I wonder if anyone's ever actually done that. Where's the fucking jam? He says quieter. Olympics should have a for fun section at the end of all games so all the athletes can try different sports. Bolt versus Phelps in ping pong. With expert athletes on the sidelines yelling tips. That'd be funny.
Yeah, that would be.
Wow, well, that's stupid. Nazi's perfect Aryan poster child was Jewish. Are you crying, my fur?
No.
No!
That's beautiful. Always has been. I love that.
Me too. I love how he clearly just doesn't have this pistol in his hand.
Yeah, it's he's holding it like this.
In space where it fucking, like, it would just float. It's all come, always has been. Rada, rada, rada.
I'd play the fuck out of that.
Rada, rada. Rada, 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 rada. Two. What's going on? Nothing. Mariah does that all the time. Nothing. Oh, and then we saw this beauty.
Yes. Beautiful.
So this is cool. Cotton versus hemp. Uses 26% of the world's pesticides, cotton. And hemp requires no chemical pesticides.
Yep.
8 to 9 months to grow cotton and 3 to 4 months to grow hemp.
Yep.
2,700 liters of water for every shirt for cotton. 680 liters for every shirt for hemp. 54 to 201 kilograms fiber produced per acre, as opposed to 220, which is 19 kilograms more than the highest yield you can get from cotton.
Hemp was outlawed. Well, I guess marijuana.
Because cotton
cannabis.
timber
Yeah, I was gonna say cannabis was
huge.
outlawed for many more reasons than just the drug itself.
Yep. Oh yeah, it's mainly because of timber and cotton. They were like, no, this is our industry. And it's crazy because it's like, I'm surprised they didn't just buy it. And it's like, we should be doing hemp because we could save so much money.
It would be a huge overhaul.
But I think the biggest part is they had so many trees because they had to clean. I think the biggest part was we need to clear out trees because we need to build housing because people are demanding housing.
Yeah.
How can we also make money off of that? I was like, well, we can make things out of the trees. So
Yeah.
let's buy the property, buy the equipment we need to tear down the trees, which is what happened.
Yeah.
And start a timber industry. And he slowly, the guy who did that slowly started providing timber products at a lower rate and at a consumer level because you couldn't get timber products before. That was the first example of consumer timber. Yeah,
Well,
and
like
so
hemp was grown forever because of that exact fucking reason.
yep. That's why it's found in so many societies before. You can find traces of hemp throughout all ancient societies because they use it for shit.
Well, yeah, requiring no chemical pesticides. Imagine it being back then with no pesticides, being like,
Yeah, so many
This
plants would
plant
die or
wasn't
be
needed.
taken over by natural bugs because there was no way to prevent that back in the day. And it was so much worse because there was so many more bugs and so much more nature
the only way
that when they
was
found a
smoking.
plant that could do it normally and not die because it would, animals and bugs just don't want to deal with it. But humans could still use it the way that we
the
could for
prevention
rope
back
and
then would have
textiles.
been, smoking, like bringing torches through and like smoking out like bugs and pesticides and shit like that. But yeah, you're right. There was no like chemicals,
Right.
like actual.
And
good
it didn't work for
pesticide.
long because
No,
smoke had
yeah.
blown away, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, if you did it every 10 minutes walking up and down an aisle with the smoke, you'd probably be able to do it, but...
Hemp is a perfect excuse for a plant that is like suspiciously good at everything. Where it's like, oh, maybe someone did put this fucking plant here.
Yeah, aliens left it here as a gift before they
Yeah.
took off because of the pyramids. They built the pyramids to power their ships so they could leave. They left us some of their great plants, and that's why we have so much greenery.
So much medical use, and then it's like fucking everything. Yeah.
They distilled all they knew in a plant, and then we breeded it so we could smoke it, and that's our problem.
I love the.
Yeah. I have the high ground. That's cool as shit.
That is.
frosted glass. This is fucking ridiculous. The guy's gonna die from fucking lack of oxygen.
Yeah.
You're just gonna suffocate. It's like, stop it, I gotta get out, I can't breathe. You get one inhale and then you slowly realize, oh shit, I can't breathe in here.
Yeah.
The idea is maybe to light a little bit, stick your head in, get a big inhale, go out, pass it on. If you, that's just a waste.
Well, when you they probably grow.
Right,
shit like
that's
that,
not
where it's
much.
like,
Yeah, that's like maybe $100 worth, 150, 200 if they're expensive.
If you grow, if you grow on a 1,500 plant scale, like
that's nothing. Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of weed doesn't cost a lot of money to grow once you have all the shit. So it's like you make only profit once you have the setup.
Yeah, especially when you got the seeds.
So it's like when you have bud like
when
that,
you
it's
buy in
like,
bulk all
man,
the stuff you need for it.
if I take 8 fucking ounces out of this, I'm out no money. Like it's like I could make money, but it's like I'm not gonna lose money either.
Yeah.
Like it's just like
Yeah.
that's the beauty of the industry, is that it's just only it's cash crop.
Yeah, dude. And like I saw in that story on Instagram I showed you, the screen that they have set up, they use really expensive equipment. I'm sure it's just gonna make gonna get a bubbler.
Alright, let's hustle through some shit, because I gotta run soon. I have to stop by Family Fair.
Okay. What time do they close?
I think 11 or 11:30.
Oh.
Oh, well, there, hold on.
Well, yeah. Then let's just get some smoke going, and we'll finish it out.
See, I don't have any weed.
I think we got a bag upstairs.
Oh, okay. Well, we can smoke upstairs when I finish real quick.
Okay. All right. Well.
Then we'll just smoke before I run.
Yeah, sounds good.